Hi, hello everyone. This is our third session in robotics. In this session, we are going to control the robot completely. Okay, the last session we made a program to move the robot in a particular direction or in a particular path. So we cannot change that path. For changing that path, we need to reprogram the robot. So instead of reprogramming every time to change the direction of movement, we are now going to have some control keys. Okay, we are going to add some control keys in the program. Okay, let's check into this. This is an environment. In this environment, we can change the background also. Okay, let's see how we can do it. We can check over here. You will have this set background. This block will change the background of this scene. So this might be a mobile screen or a computer screen. So you can animate the screen. You can change some of the options in the screen. So we can change the background of the screen, and we can also change the image on the screen. So this is called a sprite. So you can look into this. You will see a small dog. So this is called sprite. So a sprite is nothing but an image that we use in the program. So this image can be animated. We can add some movement to this image. So instead of controlling a robot, we are now doing this with the small sprite. So this is a dog now. So it is in the shape of a dog. So let's check what else we can do. So now first we are going to change the background. The current background is a cityscape. It is like a city. So we can change the background to any of these things. Okay, we can change it to a football ground. So I have now changed the background as football ground. So let's check what's going to happen if they run this. So now as soon as I run this, you can see that the background is now changed as a football court. So what else I can change? I can choose a rainbow. Okay, now I have set background. Okay, now you can see it has a rainbow at the back. So it okay, now I'm going to add some movement buttons. Okay, now some movement to the robot or this dog. So let's add some movement to this dog. So for that, I have now chosen this movement block. So what does this mean? Move dog upwards. So this will move this dog upwards. So let's check. Okay, it might move the dog only once up in the upward direction. Okay, it can move the dog only once. As soon as I press this run button, it will make the dog to move upwards. So in order to make the dog controlled by some control inputs, okay, that is the input from the user. So in order to make it controllable by the human beings, we need to add some control keys. So what control keys are available here? Let's check. So these green colored boxes are control boxes. So this green colored block contains some control keys. So it has an up arrow. So this up arrow is a control key. So whenever we press this up arrow, the following action will be performed. So what is the action here? I have chosen this move this dog upwards, and I have chosen this up arrow. So now this dog can move upwards whenever I press this up arrow. So you can see now. So I have chosen this control block. It contains the control button. So whichever button we want, we can choose. So I am choosing the upward arrow and the action block. So this action block contains which sprite, that is which image we want to move, and the direction of movement. So if we choose this block will provide only one step in that particular direction. So whenever we press this up arrow on the screen, this will make the dog move upwards only one step for one click. Okay, so similarly we can make the dog move in any direction, and we make the dog move anywhere in the screen. Okay, so let's try some other direction. So now I am choosing towards right. So when right block is pressed, whenever this right block is pressed, the dog should move in towards the right direction. For that, we have to choose this action block. So the blue colored ones are the action blocks. So I am choosing this action block. This dog has to move towards the right. So now whenever we press the up arrow, it moves towards the, in the upward direction, and whenever I press in the right button, it moves towards the right direction. Okay, let's add some more blocks. Again, we have to choose the green colored control box, and then the action block. That is the movement block. I am choosing move the dog to left now. So we have to change in the control box also. So I have changed it as the control key also, the left button. So now move in left, right and upwards. Okay, again I am going to add this movement, this control block, and I am going to choose the downward arrow. So whenever this downward arrow is pressed, it has to move downwards. So the movement block, and the movement block we have to choose downwards. So now check. Okay, now you can see that the dog is moving upward, downward, and then also the right and left directions. So now the dog can move in all the four directions. So we have now made a program to control the movement of this dog on the screen. So we can now change the background of the screen. We can now control the movement of the sprite, that is the image on the screen. So similarly we can add controls to the robot also. So this is a basic control block that requires input from the user. So whenever this program is running, it will require some input from the user. It will be waiting for the input from the user. So as soon as we provide an input, it works accordingly. It makes a move according to the input. Okay, let's check what else we can add. So we have another control block, that is the when touch block. Okay, so this block will provide some more functionality. So what is it? Okay, this block provides another option, that is whenever we click on this dog, any action can be made. So what are the actions we can make other than the movement? So let's check what are the actions we can make. So the first thing is we are going to add some sound. So for that I am choosing this play sound button. So this block is also an action block. This will play some sounds. So what sound we want, we can choose any sound. So I am choosing this slap. So the sound will be played whenever I click on this dog. So let's check this. Can you hear the sound? Okay, so whenever I click on this dog, it plays some sound. Okay, so now what else we can do? I'm going to hide this dog. For that, I'm using this hide block. So now let's check. Okay, so now whenever I click on this dog, the dog will disappear. Okay, the dog is not available now on the screen, but here we can control the movement of this dog. So now I have now clicked several times on the left arrow. So let's check what is so in order to, if we make it visible again, okay, if we make it visible again, then we can see the current position of the dog. So even though it is disappeared, it can be moved. Okay, it can be moved. So in order to check the current position of the dog, we can add this show button. So this block can be also used. So for that we must need another arrow key. So let's add this to an arrow. So I am choosing this down arrow. So whenever this down arrow is pressed, this dog will be shown on the screen. So I am choosing this block, placing it over here. So now we can make this dog visible again by pressing the down arrow. So let's check this. Now the dog is available on the screen. So I'm moving it upward, left and right. So now I'm going to click on this dog. So the dog now disappeared. Okay, let's check the code. I am going to again press the down arrow. Okay, as soon as I press the down arrow, the dog appeared again. So this show block and hide block can make the object hide or appear back again in the screen. So again I'm going to check this. So now the dog disappeared from this position, and I am going to move this dog by clicking several times on the right arrow. Okay, so and then I am going to press the down arrow. So you can now see that initially this dog was here, okay, at the center. After that I made it disappear and I moved it to the right side on the screen. Okay, right side on the screen. So even though the dog is not appearing on the screen, whatever the commands we provide, the dog is moving accordingly. Okay, so let's check it one more time. I'm again making the dog disappear. Now I am pressing several times in the up arrow. So again I am pressing several times on the left arrow. Now again I am going to press the down arrow so that the current position can be the dog can be made visible now. Okay, now can you see that dog is in the top corner? Okay, so the commands are always received and the particular operations are performed even though the dog is not visible on the screen. It is not present on the screen. It is moving, and whenever we press the down button, it appears again. Okay. So the next block we are going to check is this save button. So this is a block. This is also an action block, and this action block will make this dog to say something. So whenever I click on this dog, it will say something. Okay, we can choose whatever we want. So it might okay, let's check. I'm choosing as good morning. So let's check what it's going to do now. So as soon as I press the run command, and I am clicking on the dog's face. So now the dog disappeared. Okay, we have now made a mistake because if we choose hide, okay, whatever the dog says is not visible. So we have to now remove this hide block. Okay, I have now removed this hide block. Again, let's check the code. So now whenever I click on this dog's face, it says good morning. Okay, I am going to change this good morning as hi there. So now it says hi there. So whatever we choose in this box, okay, it will be dictated by the dog. That means the dog will say the same thing. Okay, it is the same block. So this block makes the dog or this sprite to say whatever we want. Okay, so the next block is set mood block. So this block can change the mood of the dog. So it can change the mood to any of the moods available. So we can make it smile, we make it hungry, make it sad. Okay, I'm going to make it hungry now. So let's check. I'm going to click on the dog's face. Okay, now the dog's face should become angry. Yeah. So first it was happy. So when I clicked on the dog's face, it became angry. So first it said hi there. Okay, and then for the second click, it made it as angry. So let's check it now. So for the first click, it will make it say there. Okay, say hi there. Okay, because the first block is say hi. Okay, we have chosen that block first, so that it made the dog angry for the next move. Okay, so whatever we choose first will be performed first. So let's check now. So now okay, now you can see the difference. Okay, as soon as I clicked on the dog's face, the mood changed as soon as I clicked on the screen, and also it says hi there. But first, when this block was placed above the set block, when the save block was placed above the set block, okay, you can see that for the first click, it will say hi there, and after that it will change its mood. So the program is running in a particular direction. Okay, it will perform the blocks, it will perform the actions one by one in the order we are placing. So whatever order we choose, in that particular order it will perform the operations. Okay, and the next thing is, in the past program we will be using all the commands attached to the when command. So every command will be connected to the when run button, when run block. But in this program, everything is independent. Okay, because the green colored ones are the control boxes. So these control box provides some control to the program, and it requires some input. So whenever we press this up arrow, this when block is called directly. So this block is independent. Similarly, each block is independent, and each block can perform according to the inputs provided. So it is not necessary to be connected with the above blocks. Okay, so at any time, any key is pressed, according to that key the robot can be moved. So this is the basics of programming, and it is the basic program to control robot using a remote control. Okay, let's have a deep look into these control blocks in the upcoming sessions. Okay, and we will be seeing some more blocks in the upcoming sessions. Okay, thank you.